Today on Forbes, why the Trump-UAE crypto deal made no financial sense for the Emiratis. Right before Donald Trump's second inauguration, he and his family were spurring a crypto frenzy. On January 17th, 3 days ahead of his swearing in, he released a meme coin, a hype vehicle that eventually added an estimated $1 billion or so to his net worth in 2025. Thanks to a Wall Street Journal investigation published over the weekend, we now know that just 1 day earlier, one of the family's other crypto ventures, World Liberty Financial, which launched in September 2024, penned a deal with Sheikh Tahnoon bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who heads up multiple United Arab Emirates investment funds and serves as the country's national security advisor and the deputy ruler of Abu Dhabi. His brother is the UAE's president. Forbes first reported the likelihood that the Trumps had secretly sold a stake in World Liberty Financial back in June. According to the journal's reporting, Ariam Investment One, a quote, Tahnoon-backed company, purchased 49% of World Liberty Financial for $500 million delivered in multiple installments. Before the deal, which was later confirmed by World Liberty, the Trump family owned about 75% of World Liberty Financial through a company called DT Marks DeFi LLC, and that company was split 70-30 between Trump and his family members, according to Trump's most recent financial disclosure. It's likely that Trump's cut of the $500 million sale, before any taxes, would thus have been roughly $260 million in all. His three sons would have split another $100 million or so, Forbes estimates. Here's the problem. While the Trumps got to fill their pockets with royal cash, it's unclear what, if anything, the Emiratis got out of the deal, at least from a financial perspective. Prior to the sale, World Liberty's only revenue came from selling about $82 million of the $WLFI tokens, the journal reports, and DT Marks DeFi LLC was entitled to 3/4 of the proceeds after the first $15 million of sales. But the 49% stake Tahnoon bought in World Liberty didn't come with a cut of these token revenues, the journal report says. Instead, the Trumps continued to get 75% despite owning a smaller chunk of the company. Assuming that's true, it would be like buying a stake in Apple without benefiting from its iPhone sales, or a stake in OpenAI that excluded revenue from artificial intelligence. World Liberty's token sale revenues have been extraordinarily lucrative for the president and his sons. Even before this UAE deal, Forbes estimated that the first family pocketed an estimated $780 million as of September. The president's net worth ballooned to $7.3 billion as of that month, up $3 billion since he entered the White House the second time. Eric, Donald Trump Jr., and Barron were worth $750 million, $500 million, and $150 million respectively at the time, and much of their newfound wealth came from World Liberty and other crypto ventures. World Liberty would eventually spawn another product that gave Tahnoon and his investment companies some value. In March, 2 months after this deal was reportedly completed, World Liberty announced a stablecoin, a cryptocurrency backed by real-world assets that hold a constant value, called USD1, which is intended as somewhat of a digital version of the US dollar. That part of the company, which makes money by parking deposited cash in treasuries and keeping the returns, might be worth about $800 million or so, Forbes estimates. So a 49% stake would be worth about $400 million, still less than the $500 million that the Emiratis paid. And there's a wrinkle. Part of the reason USD1 has the value it does is because of a different subsequent deal backed by, that's right, Sheikh Tahnoon and the Emiratis. In March, MGX, a state-owned UAE investment firm chaired by Tahnoon, announced a $2 billion investment in Binance, a crypto exchange. It later decided to use USD1 as its currency of choice to close the deal. The market cap of USD1 soared overnight, from $140 million on April 29th to over $2.1 billion on April 30th. Today, its market cap is around $5 billion. In other words, that $2 billion influx of cash from Tahnoon appears to have gotten USD1 off the ground, making it a serious player in the stablecoin industry. Given Forbes' analysis of the deal, it is a wonder why the Emiratis would invest. Did they make a bad business call, betting, incorrectly so far, that world liberty would be lucrative enough that they'd eventually make their money back? Or did they have ulterior motives? For full coverage, check out Kyle Kahn Mullins and Zach Everson's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.